Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English. We are now busy with chapter number 84 of the Quran, Surah 84, Surah Al-Inshiqaq, the rending asunder, comprising 25 verses. And as we mentioned, this is part of the shorter chapters at the back end of the Quran, and they've all been revealed in the earliest part in Mecca to give in short, pithy sentences, very powerful, very colorful languages to give the description of the hereafter, the day of judgment, and so on. Right? So the renting asunder, the entire universe will be rent asunder. So please don't delay. Get your copy of the Quran today so then you know exactly what's going to happen on the day of judgment. The Quran gives you the meaning of life, the purpose of life, why you have been created, why is there suffering, why is there betrayal, why God does not interfere when there is warfare and why there is suffering and so on, and why the reason why we have to go through tests and trials and tribulations. All of the answers are there in the Quran. Why do you get sick? Why is there death? Why is there loss? All of these things are answered in the Quran, as well as your special job. You have been created for a purpose. Do you know what you are supposed to do while you are on the planet Earth? Or are you one of those people who don't believe in God, don't believe in the day of judgment, don't believe in anything because your science professor told you that according to quantum physics, we are all bundles of energy, and these bundles of energy are going to go back into the universe. So there's entropy and harmony in the universe, and nothing happens after death. Where is the evidence for saying that nothing happens after death? Are they challenging God? Because God is telling you that something happens after death, whereas the scientists and atheists say nothing is going to happen. Really? Who are you going to believe? Are you going to believe the supreme creator of the heavens and the earth who created you? Or are you going to believe some foolish scientists and atheists, no matter how intelligent they are? If they don't believe in God, I'm sorry to say, then they are the most foolish people on earth. But may Allah guide the best of best amongst mankind towards Deen al-Islam. So don't be deceived by the media. Remember, the media hates Islam for one reason only, because Islam talks about peace. Whereas these elite people, the wealthy, rich people who own the media, they hate peace. They will talk about peace, yes, but they hate peace because peace doesn't give them money. They only make money during warfare. During warfare, they can sell their weapons and they can make more weapons. So during warfare, there's a lot of money for them to be made. They can invade other nations, steal their oil and their natural gases and their gold and their diamonds. All the while they say, no, we are relieving the people. There was a lot of human rights abuses in that land. We are liberating the people. That's all is fake. They only want money because they don't believe in the one true God. La ilaha illallah. Their God is money. The bottom line, their God is money. They worship money. They don't care how they get the money. They don't care who they kill, murder, rape, torch, imprison. They don't care. The more bloodshed there is, the better it is, because these are the same, the elite of the elite, the 13 main families who control the world. They control all the banks in the world. Many of them even drink blood. And they have ritual sacrifices. They don't care. They are basically on the road of the devil or Satan or Shaitan. Quran in English, basics for beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Surah Inshiqaq, the rending asunder, chapter 84, verse 1 out of 25 verses. When the sky is rent asunder, and hearkens to the command of its Lord, and it must needs do so. The sky has got to listen to God. The heavens have got to listen to God. When God told the universe, have a big bang, they had to do it. When God tells heaven and earth to come together, they've got to do it. When God tells the sky to split, it's got to do it. They got no choice. They obey Allah perfectly. So, and hearkens to the command of its Lord, and it must needs do so. And when the earth is flattened out, the entire earth will be pounded and pounded and pounded. When Israfil alayhi salam, the angel with the trumpet, blows the trumpet for 40. The traditions don't tell us what that 40 means. It could be 40 seconds, it could be 40 minutes, it could be 40 hours, it could be 40 days, it could be 40 weeks, it could be 40 years, and the most authentic understanding is 40 years. But the vibration of the sound is so terrible that it affects the innate resonant frequency of every particle of matter. Mount Everest got its own resonant internal frequency. An elephant has got its own resonant internal frequency. A diamond has got its own resonant internal frequency. Everything has got its own vibration inside that system of matter, of atoms and molecules. But the blowing of the trumpet will shatter everything, shatter the atoms and the molecules, so that by the time of that 40 years of blowing of the trumpet, everything will be dead and the entire earth will be filled with white sand or baby powder. There will be nothing left. Mount Everest will be turned into dust and powder. The Himalaya mountain ranges will be flat. Kilimanjaro will be flat. Drakensberg will be flat. Table Mountain will be flat. The Andes mountain ranges will be flat. The Rockies mountains will be flat. Everything, every hill and hillock and kopje will be flat. All the bridges will be turned to dust. All the road signs will be turned to dust. All the houses will be turned to dust, including the hotels and the casinos and the skyscrapers and the airports and the cars and the trains and the planes and the F-16 fighter jets and the B-2 bombers and the intercontinental ballistic missiles and the armored tanks and the guns and the knives. Everything will be turned to dust because of the resonant frequency of the trumpet. All the aspects of matter that we know it as today will be shattered to dust. And on that day, the earth, everywhere you look, you won't find a single tree, you won't find a single robot, you won't find a single street sign, not even a single blade of grass or a flower, not a house, nothing, not even sand dunes. Even the sand dunes in the Sahara Desert will be flattened out. The entire earth will be like a flat pancake or a flat piece of paper, like a foolscap paper or a flat pizza. It'll be totally flat, and then the earth will throw out all the bodies from the grave, and the billions of people will march towards the plain of gathering, which is at Arafat, the Hashar or the gathering, and all of mankind will be there. All the people that have been buried in secret graves will emerge. All the people killed and murdered and put into mass graves during warfare, they will emerge. Even the people who were cremated, their bodies will be reassembled and they will also be marching. Every single human being, the Christians, the non-Christians, the Muslims, the non-Muslims, the Scientologists, the Buddhists, the New Age worshippers, the pagan worshippers, the traditional healers, the Sangomas, everybody, the kings and the presidents and the popes and the Academy Award winners and this wealthy elite, the 13 elite wealthiest people in the world who are controlling all the banking institutions, they will also emerge from their graves, and every single human being from the first to the last will be herded or shepherded towards the plain of gathering. That is the day the earth doesn't want a human being inside it anymore. The earth will spit the people out to say, go now to your destination, go stand in front of God. And the ones who did not believe in it will be in a state of utter confusion and horrific fear and dread, and the greatest regret that why didn't we just simply get a copy of the Quran and read it? But why did our professors tell us that we won't be brought back to life again? We trusted our professors. We believed them. We believed Charles Darwin. We believed the evolutionists. They lied to us. But then it'll be too late. Because once you are on the day of judgment, when the earth has flattened you out and spat you out, you will be herded towards the court of God. Nobody can escape that. Your money won't help you. Your business contacts won't help you. Your political contacts won't help you. Your lawyers, your celebrity lawyers won't help you. It is you all alone in the witness box, and that is an absolute guarantee. And when the earth is flattened out and casts forth what is within it and becomes clean, empty, and hearkens to the command of its Lord, and it must needs do so, then will come home the full reality, Allah, the full reality, the inevitable event that people denied. Al-Haqqa. No one can escape that, even if you deny it, even if you're an atheist. It's a guarantee you're going to stand in front of God. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.